Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to focus on the inner core muscles. So we're going to strengthen deep into the core. I hope it's going to also get a little bit of fun. Let's see, and let's get started. And we begin lying down onto the back. So just bring your spine down into the mat and bending into the knees, bringing the legs up in about a 90-degree angle, interlacing the fingers and bringing the hands behind the head. And from here we'll just start with some easy bicycle twists. So bringing the right elbow to the left knee and then the left elbow over to the right, switching it out and moving nice and slow. So nothing too fast here. See if you can maybe even connect the movement to your breath. So finding inhales in and exhales out. Still keeping it nice and slow. And whenever you're extending the one leg, try to extend it fully. So full straight leg, shoulders are off the mat. Last round. And releasing the hands, arms by your side, legs straight up towards the ceiling. And then starting to lower the legs about a quarter of the way down. And lifting head and chest off the mat. And maybe lowering another quarter, but lowering just as far as you can keep the spine grounded into the mat. So see how low you can bring your legs while still maintaining the spine down. And inhale, lifting the legs up. Exhale to lower to your maximum lowest point. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering, being really honest with yourself. So whenever you feel like your lower spine is lifting off the mat, don't go as low. Keep it a little higher. Last one, stay with it, staying super strong. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And now we stay in our lowest point. So keep the legs extending long and start to reach the arms up above the head. I know this is so strong. One more breath in here. And exhale, we did it. Knees to the chest, maybe rocking a little from side to side. And then start to rock forwards and backwards along the length of your spine until we come all the way up and straight into our boat pose Navasana. So balancing on the sit bones, legs are lifting up, trying to find a long spine. And if you're new to boat pose, you can grab the backs of the thighs. If you're very experienced, you can straighten the legs, finding long legs. But we want to keep the chest lifted. So we want to find length in the spine. Taking 3 more full breaths. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhaling in. Exhaling 2. Last one, inhale. Exhaling 3. And now start to tap the right toes down and then the left. So tapping the toes onto the mat. If you have straight legs, you can bring the heels down, keeping the legs straight. Otherwise, just switching here from side to side with the toes. Staying strong, staying with it. So good. This is the last thing we're going to do in our boat pose, so stick with it. We'll do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, last 1, and lifting the legs up, inhaling in, exhale to cross the ankles, rolling over the knees and coming straight into our tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to your chest for cat. Inhale to drop the belly, arch your spine, gaze goes up. And exhale to round, navel in. And last one, inhale to drop the belly, cow pose. And exhale to round. And now stay rounded, press into your palms, tuck your toes under and start to hover the knees just a couple of centimeters off the mat. So finding our hovering tabletop, super strong here, out, pressing out of the shoulders, pressing into the palms. 3 breaths together, inhale, exhaling 1, inhale, exhale 2, and inhaling in, Exhale, 3, lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. You can walk the hands a little bit further forward and start to bend the knees, pedaling the feet, feeling into our down dog. And then coming to stillness, pressing the heels towards the mat, hips are lifting up high. And with the next inhale, lifting the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your forehead. So try to make a connection with the forehead. Inhale, lifting the leg up again. Exhale, knee to the left elbow across the body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, knee to the right elbow or triceps. And inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to the forehead, to the left and to the right, and then stepping the right foot to the outside of the right palm, coming to our runner's lunge, so high on the back toes, shifting forwards and backwards. And then press into your palms to lift the right leg up and step it back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, bending the elbows. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up high. And just a quick note on our chaturangas, you can always use your knees when you bend into the elbows. It's so much arm strength that's required, and for me it took such a long time until I was able to not use the knees, so always feel free to modify however you need. And from here we move to the other side. So with the next inhale, lifting the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the forehead and touch. Inhale to lift the leg up. Exhale, knee across the body to the right elbow. Inhale to lift. And exhale, knee to the left elbow. And lifting up, inhale. Exhale, knee to the forehead, to the right and to the left, and keeping it on the left to step the foot to the outside of the left palm, runner's lunge, shifting forwards and backwards on the right toes. And then pressing into the palms to step the left foot back, high plank, moving into a side plank, Vashisthasana on the right side. So shifting the weight into the right palm, reaching the left arm up. If that's too much, you can always lower the right knee into the mat for a modified side plank. Otherwise, keeping both legs straight with the heels stacked on top of each other. Maybe you can lift the left leg up, floating the leg, inhale here, and exhale, slowly lowering the left palm back into the mat through our vinyasa, chaturanga, bending the elbows. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, hips up high, downward facing dog. And let's continue lifting the right leg up again. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to touch the forehead. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, knee to the left. Inhale, lifting the leg up. And exhale, over to the right, keeping it there. Or you can also try your hurdler's pose. You can just give it a try. It's a fun pose to bring the knee onto the upper right arm, lifting the left leg up, and from here stepping it back, 3-legged dog, and exhale, lower the leg down to downward facing dog, and switching it out. Inhale to lift the left leg up, and exhale, knee to the forehead. Inhale, lifting the leg. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to the left, keeping it there. Or second side of our hurdler's pose. It's really, it's a bit advanced and requires a lot of strength and balance. But yeah, I'm also still working on it. But just try and see what happens. And then from here, returning back into our downward facing dog and rolling forward to our high plank for Vashisthasana on the left side. So side plank on the left, right arm reaches up, maybe bringing the left knee down for support if it's too much for a supported side plank, or keeping the legs stacked on top of each other, maybe floating the right leg up, full breath in, and exhale, bring the palm back into the mat, shifting forward, chaturanga, inhaling upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. And we're gonna lower back onto the spine. So now bring your gaze between the hands and just hop the feet through, or you can just step through to a seated position, extending the legs long in front, and then extending the arms as well, rounding into the spine and lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae, pausing for a breath. Inhale and exhale all the way down, setting up for straddle abdominals. So bringing the legs up and wide like a big V shape. Hands are interlaced behind the head, and try to keep the legs as strong and engaged as possible. It doesn't really matter how wide you can bring the legs, but keep them fully contracted. Head and shoulders off the mat, inhale, and exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, just lowering the hips back down, and exhale, lifting the hips back up. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Keeping the thighs fully contracted, so no bend in the knees. Keep going. Full breath in to lower. Exhale, lifting up. 3 more. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Last 2. Stick with it. And the last one, where we keep the hips lifted, reach the hands through the legs and start to pulse. So tiny little pulses with the hips higher and higher, and gently closing the knees together. And we'll stretch out the core muscles in a bridge pose. So bring your feet hip distance apart into the mat, touching the heels with the fingertips, and then lifting the hips up, trying to keep the rib cage tucked in, so no sticking out of the ribs. Hip bones lifting up, pubic bone up. Tailbone is lengthening down. Deep breathing, inhaling in, exhaling out. And then slowly lowering the hips back down, bringing the feet as wide as the mat. Knees come to touch, and just placing one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart. Taking a moment to just feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. And then bring the knees back in and start to rock all the way up. And we're done with working on the core. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope I'll see you soon again. Bye bye. As always, don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel, so you will always stay up to date with all the new videos. And I would also love to hear from you, so if you have any kind of feedback or questions, just leave them in the comment or reach out to me on Instagram. And I hope I'll practice with you soon again. Bye bye.